What is going on, everybody? Those cheaters are back in Warhammer 40K. Let's talk about it. And while we do, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. So, the player in question here is a man by the name of TJ Lanigan. You may have heard his name before on various competitive 40K forums and podcasts and whatnot. And we'll get into that more. But I'm not super up to date on all the ninth edition rules and codexes, so I can't confirm the cheating allegations here. But if you go down to the comments, you have 4 timestamps of various things he did that people can see on camera that he was cheating. Also, in constantly like rolling his dice behind this little wall here. So assuming this player is down over here can't see the result, and also the camera can't really see it when they roll up against that. You know, that's one thing. You can check out this video. It's on Fabricator's Forge. Warhammer 40K to me is not all that competitive in general. It's not interesting as being a competitive game. Basically, competitive players, in my mind, are just trying to exploit the poor rules writing or bad play testing of the game, and that somehow makes you good at the game. I don't really see that as any value to me in my life. I'm sure there are players who are, definitely better than other players, but part of 40K in my mind would be, say, for example, if you had a unit that was obviously undercosted, you would buy as many as you could, squeeze into an army, and then spam them as much as, the rules allowed until they get nerfed or FAQ'd. And that's how a lot of these events are won, I believe. This event, I think first and second, goes to Dark Eldar, the new codex, before any FAQs, so obviously they're pretty strong. And I think somebody was saying they had like a 70% win rate, so obviously a strong book right now. But once again, it's pre-FAQ, so who knows, maybe there's a few mistakes in there that need to be corrected. And that's what the game's constantly doing. It's in flux of rules writing, like clarification that they just can't seem to get right, and mispointing units. But anyway, let's get into it for a little bit more here. So this player, he's, claims his Plaguebear's Crawler is still alive, claims he rolled things that he didn't roll or rolls that were higher, and so on. And a thing that really upsets people is this guy, he wins a lot of events, and we'll see that in a second. So they're saying, and there is a lot of truth to this. This is just what they caught on camera this game, right? So every other event that he wasn't on stream, how many times did he, for example, roll a 3 for the number of shots and then say it was a 4 is kind of what people are getting at. But let's jump over here. This is, I guess, the Reddit page for, I don't know what you call it, Warhammer 40K Competitive. And the players here, somebody commented down here, it's the Muffin Boy, and he said, I guess he's the one who maybe got all the timestamps, but he's basically showing, he's the one who kind of called out all the different cheating that he saw, and you could say, okay, it's maybe hard to read the dice on camera there, but if you look here, they posted an update, these are the TOs, the following repercussions, so here, I'll read it for you. I know there's a lot of discussion on this thread regarding what occurred during TJ's games. The Northeast 40K Tournament Circuit TOs, myself, Mythcoast, Battle Salvation, Golden Sprue, Basement Wargamers, The Portal, have discussed it and agree. So these are the TOs of people that run events. So it is, hopefully, we would agree up to them to determine if somebody was cheating or not. And once again, cheating to win a game of 40K is so sad. Just really, really sad. Pathetic even. But, you can win prizes and free models and money and whatnot sometimes. I don't know. But anyway, here's the repercussions that are instituted. He was disqualified from the event, so the Orc player now gets 3rd place. A 30-day suspension from the Northeast 40K tournaments. 30 days. If they fully agree he was cheating in that game, 30 days is 1 month. So what's that? Like one event maybe that he's banned from? He can't go to one event? And that this is all the TOs coming together and deciding he was cheating? Or are they deciding that he just made a whole bunch of mistakes in a row, and they're just going to give him a little slap on the wrist here. And then after suspension, his next game, he'll be given a yellow card. And then I believe that means if he's caught cheating again or whatever, he gets a red card and he's banned from the event. Or if something comes up that gives him a yellow card in the event, he'll get disqualified again. Something along those lines, whatever. And they say they discussed it with the other people. And then they go on to explain, like, they're going to have, they're going to judge the stream games. Obviously, people playing him now in big events like an LVO are going to ask for a judge at the table, which I believe they did one of the other guys who was caught cheating in the past, or some of the other drama in the competitive 40K world. But anyway, so here's the other thing. This is here on Reddit. So once again, whatever, right? He's cheating at 40K, I guess. Let's get into something else, though, that's actually really pretty dirty. He's actually has income tied to him being good at Warhammer. So he has a Patreon here with a $5, a $40, and a $70 a month reward tier here. The $70 is 40K coaching. He's going to give you coaching on Warhammer 40K. I don't know why anybody would ever possibly spend this money and want coaching on Warhammer 40K. And then this one here, it has like list building, 1 hour call of list building, and let me just tell you how to build a competitive 40K list to at least get your foot in the door. Just look at the winning lists of the army you want to play on one of the apps that shows you lists, and then play that until you understand your army, and then you can start tweaking it a little better. It's not hard. If you see somebody win a big tournament with an army list, well, then you know that army list is pretty good. You don't need to spend $40 a month to get somebody to tell you that, oh, this stratagem does mortal wounds, so you should take 3 units of that to use that stratagem or whatever, right? Crazy. I can't believe this is even a thing of people paying for like 40K coaching. It's super crazy to me. For probably way less than $40 or $70, you could probably get like I'm not 100% sure. I didn't check the prices before I say this, but like a Ben Comets or Sergio Calvo or one of these like top tier best painters for miniatures, and it's probably less than $40 a month to get access to their painting Patreon, which is an actual skill I personally think is more important. But, whatever. 40K is fun. So if you really want to have fun and spend $70 a month, this guy will tell you how to win. And he's actually making almost $500 a month. I don't know if this number has changed dramatically at all since this cheating allegations come to light, but definitely could plummet if people all decide that he's been cheating for a long time now. So that's interesting. Another thing, one way to get Patreons or patrons and earn money being a competitive 40K player is you have to be good at 40K. So here, currently on the ITC rankings of 2021, this player is actually ranked number 1. Now, how does that make the ITC ranking look? If literally the number 1 player that you're competing against, if you're competing in the ITC rankings, has just potentially been outed as a cheater. Pretty dirty. So we'll probably see in the upcoming week or so the response. This guy's actually, I believe I've seen his name on quite a bit of podcasts. I haven't been listening to as many 40K podcasts lately. So you've probably, if you're into competitive 40K, you've probably heard his name quite a bit more. And it'll be interesting to see how Reese from the ITC decides to handle this and what his like official statement or response is on it. Is it all a big misunderstanding? Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think it was just a misunderstanding? You can't really see the dice? Honest mistakes over and over again? What was it? Or do you think this number of points should go to 0 and his 2021 ITC journey comes to an end, and then he can, I guess, try to redeem himself? And I don't know. Like I said, I don't really care too much about competitive 40K. When I play in events, it's just for fun or try to win best painted or whatever. But, you know, I get it. If you were Ryan Snyder here, and let's just assume he's a good player or a non-cheater, I don't know that. I don't know who this is. But if you were Ryan Snyder and this stays the same, like a person who was just agreed upon by a bunch of TOs that he was cheating at an event, you would probably be pretty upset because you should be the number one player right now. And I do believe there is money and decent prizes for this ITC yearly tournament or whatever they're doing here. Tournament circuit. So there you go. That's my thoughts on it. You could click his name here. You could see he got second at the Glass City, first at Make War, 8th at this one, first at this one, third at this one, fourth at this one. All 2021, I guess. So there you go. Do all of these after you get caught? Should they all be zeroed out? I don't know. You let me know in the comments. You're probably a little bit more into competitive 40K than I am. If you do like 40K, I will be making quite a bit of videos on new AdMech stuff. I do have a very large painted AdMech army. I got more units I'm working on a little bit here and there. And once that codex comes out, I'm going to make a whole bunch of videos on my thoughts on the new AdMech codex. And that will be me jumping into 9th edition 40K. So hopefully subscribe, stick around for that. We do painting videos, apparently the occasional drama video, and all kinds of fun stuff here. So I also teach you how to make millions of dollars online with this hobby. And I never thought of this, but apparently you can teach people how to build Warhammer 40K lists for twice as expensive as Netflix. I don't know. Whatever. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Like and subscribe.